All right, I'm Matthew Ware, and I am here with the Marlon Wayans.
What's happening?
A Haunted House in theaters now.
Yes.
Big hit.
It's cool. I'll be able to pay rent for the next couple of months. I can keep my kids in private school because we were starting to look at public schools, and my daughter was a little scared.
I'm going to tell you something, man. I saw it yesterday.
The sun is like beaming in my face.
I figured.
Like, hold on,
I'll block you with my body here.
That did offer some shade. Actually, we can just pull this down.
Oh, can we pull it down?
I don't know.
I don't know how the SoHo house works.
I don't be weird and awkward and have to turn my back and do the interview. Would this be weird? Is this weird?
No, I saw a lot of your back in the movie yesterday. So.
It's a nice ass. I just wanted to show it to the world.
You had no problem with that, but you haven't before.
I never have.
No, you've never been ashamed.
I don't know why, and I should be because it's such a little, like two little black peas. It's the littlest ass ever. You know, I wouldn't show probably asshole. Like I'll show ass.
Yeah, that's good.
Asshole's when it gets weird.
Yeah, it got close.
It winked at you.
I was sitting next to two gay gentlemen at the movie theater. By the way, it was packed.
We're all gay dudes.
Packed. Well, usually, you know how fucking Hollywood works. You go see all this shit for free. I didn't go to a screening. I paid.
Oh, good man.
I love Marlon. I love Tom Ortenberg. I love Open Road. I go, I'm going to pay for this shit. I went. It was great. I'm sitting in a packed. They're packed. And this is like Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm sitting next to this nice group of Latina girls and these two gay men. And every time you get naked in that movie, or Nick Swartzen's in the movie, oh, they were loving it. They were eating it up. And then the Latina girls, they were loving you too. So you were getting love.
All right, so I may not make any more money, but I'll get laid a lot.
Bro,
from both communities. That's the dope shit.
When I said on Twitter and Facebook that I was interviewing you, I had so many women go, "He's so hot."
Are you serious?
He's the hottest Wayans.
That's a lie. Sean's so much more fuckable than I am. Like, if I had to pick between fucking me and fucking Sean, it's easily Sean. I mean, he has a chest. He has a goatee. I mean, he
plays the jock in the movies usually. He plays the jock role.
He does.
And then you get the, like, stoned down motherfucker role.
Here's the thing. I think all the girls can sense I have a big dick. I think they have this spidey sense. Like, you know why I love Marlon? Because he definitely has a big dick. He has big dick confidence.
I gotta tell you, that one scene, the sex scene you have with a stuffed animal, that's gonna make you go places. You're gonna go places with that. And I mean,
I could be a porn director. Like, I could go fuck the Muppets. All the Muppets want me. Like, Miss Piggy emailed me yesterday. Kermit slipped me his number.
That's a ballsy scene, though, man. And I'll tell you why. And I want to know if that was like that in the script, because it goes on for a little period of time. And at first you're like, it's like that old joke where, like, it's really funny.
Yeah.
Then it stops being funny.
Yeah.
But then because you keep doing it, it's funny again. So I was like, is that how it was supposed to be in the script, where it was going to go on a while? Or did you just do so many takes that you're like, we got to keep them all?
I did so many takes. We have to. Here's the thing. It wasn't even written.
Yeah.
Like, all I was supposed to do was showcase a couple of moves that I was going to do, like doggy style and like one other move. But there was this stuffed animal that prop department put on the bed. And it was just sitting there, this little innocent little stuffed dog. And it's just looking, I was just sitting there going, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. And then it just started, like, I started out with the dog and I started banging it and doing all kinds of different crazy shit with it, like the Superman, the pile driver, the military crawled. Then I started getting naked, and that's when it started getting crazy. And after I started getting naked and humping it, I was like, okay, I need more people. I need more. I whispered to the prop department, give me some more stuffed animals. And so I'm in the middle of doing the thing, and I'm fucking the dog, and then I pull this other little dog up, and I go, oh, you gonna bring a friend. And that's when I heard the director, Mike Titus, and Rick fall out of their chair. Like,
I was
literally.
On the set, are people, like, creeped out, or are people, like, dying?
At first they were creeped out, and then they started dying. And then they got creeped out again, and then they started crying.
So it's like the joke. It's funny, then it's like, all right, it's getting creepy. Then it gets funny again.
Because it's this absurd, like, you're having a menage a trois with two stuffed dogs, and then you're going to bring the duck in and do two dogs, one duck. I did bukkake with them. It got crazy.
That's on the unrated edition.
It really is. Like, I had a fight with my producing partner, Rick and Mike, and they was like, you can't do bukkake. I was like, dude, I'm going to do bukkake. I wanted bukkake. I was like, I'm going to walk off the movie. If you guys don't put bukkake in, I'm not gonna do this movie. And so it just went on, and it was just, at a point, everybody on the set started saying, "Oh, do this, do that."
Yeah.
So everybody got in on the joke, but it was a lot of fun.
So you write this movie. Let me ask you, how much of the page is on the screen, and how much did you improv? Because I got a sense that there was a lot of improv going on, especially from your former movies, which I love.
Yeah.
I'll get to that. But I felt like there was a good bit improv.
There was more improv on this movie, I think, than any movie ever before. Is it
because you felt like you had more control?
Two things. One is I felt like this genre of picture that he was kind of doing, because it's found footage, and like I said, it's not. I keep telling people it's not a parody.
Right.
It's more of a horror comedy with parody moments. It's paranormal activity.
It is.
If they happen to a black couple, and everybody's like some of the critics was like, it's a parody. It's not a fucking parody. If it was a parody,
it's a satire on relationships.
Exactly.
Which is funny. You can't sell it like that.
Exactly.
But that's what it is. It's a satire on moving in with your girlfriend.
Exactly. And then her bringing a demon.
Right.
Because they always bring one.
Right.
They always got some kind of baggage.
The baggage.
If it's not a demon, it's herpes. Who knows?
And I got to tell you, that was a pleasant surprise, man. Because I went in thinking, all right, I love Marlon. I grew up, one of my favorite movies ever, and I say this on Facebook all the time to people and Twitter. I go, one of my favorite movies of all time is Don't Be a Menace.
I was about to say, I knew it was Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace is the funniest fucking movie. I mean, I love Mo Money.
Yeah.
I love Low Down Dirty Shame. I love all your brothers' movies. I love that kind of shit. But Don't Be a Menace is the movie. So
it is the movie for every weedhead. It is a quintessential young weedhead.
Oh, you play
movie.
that in Friday, like back to back. You play that in Friday, and you're set for the night.
What happens is you play Don't Be a Menace, and then Fridays, and then you fucking sleep.
Right, right. So I went into this, and I'm like, all right. I hope it's not going to be a spoof movie like Epic Movie and all those other and those movies aren't that great. It's when the Wayans come to town that it's good.
Suck.
Yeah, then they're not good.
They suck.
They're not good.
They suck.
Do you get offers, by the way, to be in those movies,
Never.
to act in them or
Never.
anything?
I wipe my ass with those scripts because it's such an offense to what parody is, and I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I just go, dude, you can't do it. But just call it a sketch movie and do that.
I just thought it was really dope. I go see this. I'm sitting there. I was texting Carnahan before it. I go, I'm seeing Marlon's movie, blah, blah, blah. And because him and I are doing a pilot together, and we've been talking about you. We love you.
Nice.
You're the best. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching this, and I go, oh, don't be a parody movie. And then when it was a satire about relationships, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. This
is good. This is some good stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to give you total props on that.
Thank you,
I thought
bro.
it was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got a lot of great feedback from audience. It's funny because our movies never get great reviews, but audience always loves
That's
it.
what matters, though, right?
Oh, fuck the
Because
critics.
I was talking to Joe because the Oscars, Golden Globes, the Gray didn't get nominated, whatever. Got shafted. Grillo got shafted. The best movies are the movies like Don't Be a Menace, Tommy Boy, Dumb and Dumber. Movies where you could watch. I'd rather make a movie where some kid's seen it 100 times than see Zero Dark 30, which, good movie, you're never going to watch again.
We know the ending.
Right.
He gets shot in the face, and then they bury him in the river with fucking Megatron.
And it's a good movie, but it's 3 hours long, and you're never going to watch it
And
again.
there's no black guy in it. How the fuck there's no black guy and the fucking president made the goddamn decision? It's a black guy. There's no role. No, I never got a script for Zero Dark 30 to play Obama. I would have loved to have played Obama.
I like when you do drama. Lady Killers, Requiem.
Lady Killers was
that was a little comedy, too.
Yeah.
But I mean, Requiem, of course, that you get props for that all the time, I'm sure.
But I worked with a great director, man.
Sure.
Darren Aronofsky is the truth, man. And it's like, it's easy to here's the thing. When you work with great directors, and it's easy for you to be great in their movies because all you have to do is go in and do what the hell they tell you. Whereas, and plus, drama is easier than comedy because we all got pain.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy is hard because to make everybody laugh at one time, that's a very hard thing to do. It takes a lot of work. Comedy takes a lot of work. You don't just but you have to be humble. You have to be stupid. You have to be on your toes. You have to think. It takes a lot of energy to be funny.
I agree.
Like, for real.
I agree. Because I did Second City for years. And when you're up there, you kind of just have to have no ego.
Yeah.
You have to have no ego, no shame.
None.
Like you're talking about, no shame.
None.
And, I mean, you have to do whatever's funny for an audience.
That's why when I got naked, you know how little my dick was in the tub? It got so little because that was cold water. It wasn't even hot water. Oh. Couldn't afford the hot water. But and then while you're there, you're going, all right, find me a gasoline tank. Hey, you give me some bleach. Yeah. And all that shit kind of happens in the moment.
Yeah, right.
And really, you got to be a fool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because I grew up, like I said, in Living Color, Don't Be a Mess. So when I was in grade school, I'm 29. So when I was in grade school.
Oh, you're a baby.
Right. I don't look it, though. But me and my buddies. Right. I was
going to say, you do look 50, but that, is that gray in your beard? I mean,
right. It is. But me and my buddies, we would sit down, and after each In Living Color, we would sit down, we'd write out, like, sketches.
Are you serious?
And satire movies, all kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Because, like, the Wayans for us, and Naked Gun to an extent, the Abram brothers.
Naked Gun was great.
Yeah, Airplane.
And Airplane was a
Hot
classic.
Shot.
First movie I ever went to that made me go, I want to do this.
Airplane.
Yeah. Airplane was just so, when she was, the little girl was on the plane, and the nurse was singing to her, and she kept pulling her IV out her arm, and the little girl's cheeks would go in.
Yeah, right.
When she would do this while she's dying, then the brother's talking jive. See, that was a classic movie.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, lately, it's like, I hate when they take a check. It's like, Zuckers took over a scary movie, and I feel like, you're taking a check.
No, they did, man.
You're not. I know what you're doing. You're great.
Right.
And what you're doing with this is
Scary Movie 4 and Scary Movie 3, they were not 1 and 2.
No,
they weren't. And they were a different theme. They were a different style. The whole thing was different.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It's like asking Larry Bird to do a Michael Jordan dunk.
Right.
It's just not gonna. He could shoot. Let him. Do the 3-point shot. He got that.
Yep.
But he's not going to dunk like Michael Jordan.
No.
And he's going to look really dumb trying to do it.
Right.
But if Jordan's trying to sit out and shoot like Larry Bird,
right.
It's just two different skill sets. So,
no, I hear you. And let me ask you, though, we were talking about, you're hot for a few days now. Because big opening, bro.
Yeah, huge opening. Beat 5 major stars, 8+ stars in one movie. Yeah,
fuck you.
I like Gosling.
He's a good dude.
Fuck bro, I like Gosling. I like Josh too. Who can I say fuck you to in that?
Robert
Sean
Penn.
Penn. Nobody likes fucking Sean Penn.
No.
He's kind of cool too. I did love Milk.
Milk was good.
He was awesome in Milk.
Milk was good.
He was awesome. I watched his performance in Milk, and I was just sitting there, and I literally cried at how much he committed to that role.
He did.
Like
he
him,
did.
guys.
They all did. Emil Hirsch.
So unbelievable.
Emil Hirsch is great in that movie. It's not a huge role.
Yeah.
He's a great actor, Emil Hirsch. I saw him in Killer Joe this summer.
I haven't seen
Billy
that one.
Friedkin's new movie. McConaughey.
Really?
Dude, he's amazing in this movie.
Wait till you see McConaughey in this new movie that he's doing, the Dallas Buyers Club. I hear it's going to be.
That's why I'm here. Well, you've seen the pictures.
Dallas Buyers, I hear he's definitely going to win that one.
That script's been around forever, too. But let me ask you this. So we're talking about how you were hot for 3 days. All right.
Yeah, this is
all
like,
your movies fucking open, though, man.
When you do a movie and it opens, like, huge weekend.
Yeah.
But you're literally only hot for 3 days.
Right.
Because the next weekend, you're off the shelf and there's some new hot
So are you taking the new movie before the release? Do you strategize it where you're like, all right, just in case the movie don't too hot, let's take a movie now?
No.
Do you just take whatever's the best script? But in your case, you're creating.
I write, produce, and star in my movies. It's like now, like this for me is a business. Like I didn't go to a studio with this. I did this movie. We did this for I Am Global for $2 million.
Sure.
The big story is I made this movie for $2 million.
No, just like Hit and Run was $2 million over the summer.
$2 million.
That's
and
thing.
It made 18 on the opening week. How much did Hit and Run make in the box office?
Not 18.
But
18 divided by 6.
Yeah, but still.
It's going to make its money back.
It's going to make its money back. And then
up making like 16 or 18.
Open Road did a great job. Open Road.
Ortenberg knows what he's doing.
Ortenberg knows what he's doing. He's very smart. And Jason Cassidy.
And that AMC and Lowe's hookup they got.
Yeah.
That's key.
Because they keep you in the theaters and they promote you and they did a great job. They gave this the A+ treatment.
I agree.
I really respect it.
I saw more ads for this, more posters for this than Gangster Squad. And I live in L.A.
Definitely not.
I saw more ads in the movie theaters.
Really?
If you
in
go
the movie
to the
theater.
movie,
right,
if
right,
you go
right.
to the movie,
yeah.
and I go to AMC,
right,
haunted house,
yeah.
haunted house, haunted house.
What they did was smart was
Gangster Squad had a billboard that went from Santa Monica to Santa Monica, the city. but yeah, it didn't work out so
like
well.
All Santa Monica Boulevard
right.
was just one big poster. No, but look, they spent $40, $60, $70 million to make the movie and another $40 to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they had a good weekend.
Better do good overseas.
Which it probably will, you know, and hopefully
will. But this kind of comedy does all right overseas because it's broad.
Well, we're in 75% of the country, I mean, the world right now. So UK we haven't gotten yet.
Okay.
UK we're still looking for a distributor. I don't know what's taking so long.
Quartet came out on top this weekend in the UK.
Really?
But the UK is usually what's into these broad comedies.
UK, we have huge numbers in the UK.
I believe
That's
it.
why
That's why I'm saying they love broad comedy.
I think it's because scary movies coming out over there, and so
that looks awful. I got
no comment.
They played that preview before Haunted House.
Are you serious?
I'm like, really?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That was the response.
But I think it made people not a lot of laughs. Wow. And I mean, there were some bad previews that were getting laughs. But I think it was actually funny in a way because people saw that, didn't react, and then they're dying during this movie.
Yeah.
The theater was dying. I mean,
I put good work into this, man. Like I said,
critics can say what they want, but who cares? Theater's dying.
Sometimes I just sit there and go, "What movie are you watching?" When I with the critics, it's like, "Are you watching this movie with an audience? Don't watch it by yourself. I want you."
Critic screenings are worse. You can ask him. I hate going to them.
Really?
I hate going to them.
They should watch it with people.
Marlon, I don't like going to them. I'll sit next to Leonard Maltin,
who do they
and I'm
watch
like,
it with?
And you know, Leonard will just be sitting there, and I think he snores through half of them, and I'm like, brother, go see it with an audience. That's what I think. Oh, The Hobbit, I left early. I went to Todd Phillips' office to smack on some broads. I'm like, this ain't fun. There's nothing fun about sitting with critics.
No.
I mean, it ain't.
What is this critic screening like? Okay. I've never been to one.
So you show up.
How many people?
Let's say, well, it depends too. It depends if it's a studio screening or if it's at like the Grove or something.
Right.
And they'll rope off like 3 rows for critics if it's at the Grove.
Right.
And then so you got to sit with when I was in Chicago where I'm from, like I'll sit with Richard Roper and I'm not a critic.
Right.
I consider myself an actor who does interviews and does my own show.
Right.
So like I don't even like hanging with them as it is.
It's like, because one day you fuckers are you critiquing me right now?
Oh, they're all gonna hate me.
Are you fuckers critiquing me watching this movie?
Yeah, they're all gonna hate me. So
you know what they should do?
Yeah.
Here's what they should do. Like they should have a regular person critique a critic. When they come out with fucking, I'm gonna start critiquing.
That's a great
critic.
website
that
right
would be
there.
That's
awesome. A website through the roof.
That would be
there.
awesome.
You got to open that website.
Oh my god!
Because you don't
critique
give a shit.
The critic. Fuck you.
That's
critique
a good
the
website.
Critic.
Like the Rotten Tomatoes for critics. So you go to a critic screening at a studio though, and it's all critics, and I could just tell whether it's The Lucky One with Zac Efron, whether it's The Hobbit, whatever it is. They all come in with these faces. It's like they're not excited to be there.
Right.
It could be the biggest movie ever. They just got this serious face. I'm there to fuck around, joke around. You'll try to like joke with Joe Morgenstern, and he's like, ugh. And I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. I just think it's funny. The Wall Street Journal reviews movies. You don't think it's so funny? So you don't want to go to one of those.
No,
they're the worst. But let me tell you this. So this is what I'm getting at. Your movie's always fucking open. How are you not getting phone calls the next day going, bro, we know you could bang these out for $5 to $10 million even.
Yeah.
And we can have hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
Are they calling, or do you just want to do your own thing so bad that you're kind of like, I'm going to hold back?
Well, I'm starting to get calls now. Like, when I get calls, like I Am Global, who, we did this movie with, they really appreciate and like the business that we did.
They're waiting for your next one.
Yeah, you do a $2 million movie and it does $18 million opening weekend. You're 1,000 times your profit on the first 3 days of opening. Awesome. People are ecstatic. So I'll probably have a deal to do a 3-picture deal over there and probably distribute it through with Open Road because I really like. So
you take the risk. You do a $2 million.
And big props to
picture.
Endgame put up $20 million for us to market. And
that's great.
So we used it was Open Road and Endgame and Jason Stern over at Endgame. I really appreciate that.
I'm glad you're appreciative of all that kind of stuff too, because I interview a lot of people, man, and no one's ever thanking the fucking studios and production.
You gotta
companies.
thank the people that give you the fucking money.
Right?
It's like you gotta thank like God, always God, because whether you exist or not, it's only the right thing to fucking do.
Right, just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case he is up there. He's omnipresent and he's probably watching. So I want to take this time to thank God too. So thank God. You got to thank your parents because they fucking raised you. Even if you hate them and they was shit parents, they didn't fuck and make you. You wouldn't be here. So, Pop, thanks for coming, and Mom, thanks for getting me here. And then you got to thank the people that put up the money. And and because they're your partners and they're the people that you do business with, and it's not one man that makes this a success. It's an engine. That's right. It's working as a team.
I mean, true. And then even actor-wise, you had Keckner, you had Cedric, you got Nick Swartz, and so you brought in some funny fucking guys.
And how funny were they? And what's great
Keckner's great.
Wasn't he great?
I know people that don't get Keckner's comedy.
Well, how don't you get Keckner? He's fucking hilarious.
Because Keckner has the balls to play characters that are unlikable.
Yeah.
That's why people that take this shit too seriously, they're like, I don't like him.
Right.
You don't understand. He's playing a character that's a fucking
most
asshole.
lovable dude
on
in
the
world.
Office, he's an asshole.
Right.
Anchorman, asshole. He's a racist asshole in this. But that's why he's funny.
But the racist asshole is so funny.
So funny.
Wait till I put this scene in there, man. Like, I cut that scene down. But, man, he was going
in the back, when you're in the back checking out the cameras
he
and
was
shit.
going there. He was like, and your kids got on gold chains.
Can I say it?
And they're smoking crack. And he was just going, and him going, can I say it? Like, that was improv. Like, we just went there.
I felt that.
And he was great.
But you know what's great is you also don't know if it's... This is what's great about your movies. And I was talking to somebody about this. I forget who, but I was talking to somebody about how even if it's the written word, if it sounds like you improv'd it, you did your job.
Right.
Like, and that's what it sounded like, this whole movie. It sounded like, they're just having fun, and they're improvising, and they're cracking up. And even so, if you had jokes in the script, I wouldn't have known there was a script.
Right.
I just thought it was fucking funny.
Right.
I saw you guys were going. Because the acting was that good.
It was 70% written and then 30% improv. Like, I encouraged everybody, like, after we did, like, a take or two, look, I'm hiring funny people to work on a funny script and to make it funnier. So with us, the best joke wins. If you can make the joke better, who the fuck am I to... If whatever makes the set laugh, that's what I'm going with.
That's whatever you're doing any project.
Yeah.
You're like, if that person makes it that much better, you bring them.
But it's not like that in normal comedies.
No.
When I go on a set, and, a lot of times they think... It's like you have to let an actor interpret the material like a musician would. Like, you fucking get Miles Davis to do his version of My Funny Valentine.
So when you were doing a studio production like the Six Man,
yeah.
Are they like stick to the script, Marlon?
That's more stuff. I get to improvise a little bit,
right? But David Spade, stick to the script, brother.
Yeah, senseless. But Spade, Penelope kind of let us go for it.
That's good.
So we kind of went for it. But there's situations that you walk into and they go, just stick to the
Lady
script.
Killers, probably.
Well, Lady Killers, they let me improvise.
Oh, the Coen
brothers was like,
they're smart. They get it.
The whole shit when I was talking about his finger was flopping around and the bought your bitch to the Waffle Hut. Some of that was written and some of that was improvised. They let me go for it, and I love them for that. Like, that is smart. I took a page out of their book and out of Wayans' book when I did this movie, which is you hire funny people to do funny things and you let them off the chain to be funny.
What about when you take a role like G.I. Joe? Do you know that you're supposed to be an action guy, or do you want to go in there and be like, I'm going to bring some humor to this, too?
You want to bring humor, but the reality is I did literally I'd say 89%. No, I'd say 95% of it was written, and I just did what they wrote me.
And you were cool with that, or did you want to add some spice to it, and they were just like, it's a huge studio picture. I was trying to be as appropriate as I possibly could. You knew what they were going for. And so I tried to step in and do what I felt like they needed me to do for the movie. I didn't want to make it the Marlon Wayans picture, and my character I felt was silly enough, and I didn't want to go too silly, so. But it doesn't matter because in the sequel I stepped on a landmine, apparently. I guess. My mom didn't get, like, my dog tags. I saw the first trailer. There was no 10-gun salute. In the first trailer, before they went back and reshot all that shit, they show, like, what's supposed to be the crew from the last movie, and they're all stepping on mines, or they all blew up or something. Isn't it fucked up? I'm like, you show that in the trailer? What's worse than that, Matt, is, like, when you're on set and you're like, we'll start, because this is a joke that you always do. You go, we'll start the next movie off with we're at your funeral, Ripcord, and we'll joke about it. And then they fucking did it. Right. I was like, wait, I really died. What do you mean? Why are you not in that movie then? I don't know. I have no idea. Not the Do-Re-Mi? They didn't follow up with that? No, it's not even about the money. This was just like a creative decision. Like, they because I heard they were going to kill off Channing Tatum in the sequel. They kind of did. Channing has a small part in the sequel. That's what I heard. Well, I heard now he has a bigger part. They went back and reshot because I guess people were pissed. Yeah, I got some inside dirt on that one. Okay, well, yeah, and I'm pretty sure he got paid a lot to come back and reshoot. He's doing it right now. I don't know. He's doing great. Yeah, he said it.
He said, I'm lucky I'm not in it.
I bet.
He's like, if they could CGI me out, I probably would. But he's like, look, at the end of the day, when people make movies, you got to allow them to make their creative choices. Yeah. I didn't produce that movie. All I did, I was lucky enough for them and the producers to put me in it. And when they change directors, that chances are it's going to go a different way.
Yeah.
And so it happened to me on Batman. Tim Burton hired me,
and
then Joel Schumacher got hired for the next Batman, and so I didn't get to be Robin. But my Burton's vision was with me as Robin. Schumacher's was with what's his name, Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, but then again, I can't be mad because me as Robin, I go, you know what, my dick is way too big to be Robin.
To wear spandex.
It's going to be really intimidating when
Schumacher would have liked that. I'm surprised
much.
you didn't go with you.
Too much. Because then my cock shot would have been all veiny and crazy.
He had
it would have been
nipples.
A distraction. He did have nipples, right? I was like, what?
I don't know what was up with that. Let me ask you about this. So you kind of branch out from your family with this one.
Yeah.
What was behind that choice? Was it just time for you? You're like, I kind of want to do my own thing right now. Not as disrespect, but like, I just want to do my own thing.
It's just, some things lend themselves to a family project, and other things lend themselves to just, it's either going to be you or Sean. And, I just kind of wanted to write and star and produce my own picture. And my brothers kind of wanted me to be on my own and to do my thing. You get to that point, it's like, look, at a point, Michael Jackson's voice changed, and he was like, you know what? I want to be a solo artist. I don't want to do dance moves. I'm tired of splitting the money with Tito and you guys.
So are you Michael or Janet?
I think I'm Jermaine doing
Jermaine?
Let's Get Serious.
He had
it's the Jermaine Let's Get Serious album. But honestly, my brothers, man, I love them to death, and it's not like New Edition and I'm Bobby smoking crack. We're going to get back together, and we're going to do something together.
Dude, your family is fucking amazing.
I love those bastards.
They're, like, seriously, to me, you guys are the kings of comedy.
Well,
seriously.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Let me ask you.
That's because you like a lot of weed.
No, I used to. I
really?
don't anymore.
Good man.
I can't anymore. I got to work.
That's the thing about weed.
I smoke all the time. I'm going to have no career.
None. Something got to go. Like, you could, even with drinking, it's like, I got to have a drink or two. After that, I can't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I quit drinking, too.
Good man.
I had to do the whole thing.
Man.
I turned to a Common overnight. Because Common doesn't do none of that shit
Common don't
anymore.
drink or smoke? He don't drink?
That's what I heard.
At all?
That's what I'm told.
Wow. I'm going to quit drinking. I quit.
I'll ask him.
I quit today. No more drinks.
That's right.
Just green tea.
Well, I guess
after I drink this wine, can you give me one? I'll fuck with you.
You can enjoy the drink now.
Nah.
You ain't working today. You
know what? I am working today.
Yeah, you're doing this.
And then after this, I'm going to the house and we'll start thinking about what's the next movie I want to do.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, man.
That's what you need to do. Here's some questions from the tweets, the Twitters.
Is this live?
No. I mean, Wednesday we do it live.
I was going to say, that's really cool.
We do it live on
live
Wednesday.
Shit. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Well, it doesn't get edited if that helps.
You know what? I'm pretty uneditable anyway.
Right.
I just say
me
stupid
too.
shit.
That's why we don't edit it.
And I like the fact that you could curse and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about doing a podcast, but it seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and you're a little too big for that shit.
No, but you know what? I just like to talk shit.
You ain't Adam Carolla.
I like to talk shit, though. But it's not about big. It's like, to me, I like being small. I like being every fucking day. I'm not the movie star that wears glasses.
Do something more creative, like do some commentaries on movies or something. Just like watch the movies.
Critique the critic.
Yeah, critique the critic. How do you like doing stand-up as you prepare for Pryor?
You know what? Pryor probably will not happen.
You don't think so?
I hope so. But if it does, I'm going to wear that shit out because of stand-up. I've been doing stand-up now 2.5 years, going on through it. By the way, I'm going to be at the Borgata with my brother Sean in Atlantic City, February 9th. So make sure, I just want to plug. Follow me on Twitter, at Marlon Wayans. And so I've been doing it 2.5 years. And I really find that it's helped me as a writer. Mm-hmm. It's really helped me as a performer. It's made me less desperate. Like, I can sit in the pocket and I can listen and then make them laugh. Whereas before, I'd just be off the fucking wall without conversation or nothing. And I would just be like, I'm pulling my dick out.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, why did you pull it out?
You're just lucky, though, you could go straight into headlining because when you're building your way up as a stand-up, as I'm sure Damon's probably explaining you and stuff, like, and you got to compete with a guy that goes on after you, a guy that goes on before you. Like, that's insane. That's insane. That is what drives me nuts.
I do that.
When I did stand-up, you do?
I got Will Savant, who goes in front of me.
Yeah.
And then I got my brother Sean, who goes in back of me. So for me, it's like, and what I've learned, because Will Savant kills it.
Yeah.
He kills. He's such a great
And
stand-up.
that makes you go, fuck.
It makes you, and I've only been doing it 2.5 years, but it makes me have to step up
competitive
every night and go, you know what? He blew it up. I got to go do my thing. I can't come out here and I suck. And beyond that, then Sean comes on after me, and Sean's amazing. Mm-hmm. People don't know how fucking funny this dude is. He's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Like, he should have dropped 12 specials. He hasn't dropped one because he's still sitting there going, you know, it's not perfect.
Yeah,
shit.
right.
It's like, fucker.
Do you write all your material, or do you wing some stuff up there?
I wing, but I write. I only wing when I want to add something to my bit. But I like doing my set, but I like to wing it too, because then for me it's finding it. I like finding something new every night.
I'm just so happy you're on the road with Sean. By the way, you guys did a show at the Improv in Schaumburg.
Yeah, we did.
Off the hook, I was told. Yeah. Everyone said you were great. So if you need to sell tickets for Atlantic City for our East Coasters, trust me, I've been told by great sources, off the hook. So that's great right there.
Especially because Chicago, they don't play. Chicago and New York will literally sit there and they'll laugh. They go, huh.
No.
And quick. It's not long laugh. They're like,
right.
Down south, you go,
Right.
They'll laugh for 5 minutes.
My sister went to Chris Tucker's show in Florida, and she goes, they laugh.
They do laugh in Florida. Like, Florida gives you, like, applause break.
Right.
It's like, fuck. I'm only able to do 3 jokes in 30 minutes in Florida. Chicago, you laugh.
Yeah, you better come through.
What else?
What else? Yeah, right. What else?
Yeah.
Is there anyone that helped you with your stage act? Sean, probably.
You know, my brother kind of was there for me in terms of afterward I would call him and be like, yo, I got, like, he would listen to what I had to say, like, after my set. I'd be like, yo, I killed, I did 40 minutes tonight. Yo, I killed, I did 20 minutes. This joke wasn't working so much. And like, he'll give me a tag here and there. I'll go try going this angle. But really, I learned from watching, through osmosis, watching my brother Damon, watching my brother Sean. You know, I've been around comedy for 20 years or 40 years since I've been born. So it's kind of like just doing it was the best thing I could do. Yeah. And watching. And, you know, I have friends like my boy Steve will come watch me and he'll tape me and be like, you know, that was funny, but this bit right here that you're working on. So I'll take notes, right. But I like to write and produce my own shit. Like, for real.
So Steve is not your yes man. They ain't no yes man, right?
If it's not funny, he goes, yo, bro, that one joke.
That's what you need. That's what you need.
That one joke was really offensive. Because, look, I know you say like nigger like 40 times in your act, but being a nigger, it kind of affects me after the 40th one.
That's good. All right, so another question was the pressure of being in a performing family. Is there pressure?
Nah, I think look, I'm not trying to be better than anybody in my family. I'm just trying to be me, and I think you take the pressure off. With pressure, you know, I think people put the pressure on you, but you grow through exceeding the expectations that they put on you. Yeah. So I can't worry about me putting pressure on me because I got to be free to create and to do and to make my mistakes. I'm not going to be perfect. Some of the shit ain't going to be funny, but you know what? The more I don't give a fuck, the better off people will give a fuck about me.
Right. Did you ever I totally agree with that, by the way. I don't give a fuck.
That is a bumper sticker. Right. That's a bumper sticker. I don't give a fuck so that people really will give a fuck about me.
Because I think people do. That's how people get to know the real you, by the way. When you don't give a fuck, then they're like, oh, I like Marlon, and I consistently like Marlon because he's the same dude.
Yep.
He doesn't change, and that's what's important.
And I'm approachable. Like, even on Twitter, like the people that say they hate
Dude, they love you on Twitter.
They do love me. But every now and then you'll get like somebody will go, you know what, I didn't like the movie so much. I was like, you know what, I respect your opinion. You know, I'm not mad at you. Thank you for going to see it. I'm not mad, but just know that you are in the minority, and you don't have a sense of humor.
We're very similar. I respond to every single person on Twitter, and I respond to every email I get, everything. Even if it's like someone asked me a week ago, they're like, have you blown Ryan Seacrest yet? I'm like, I have.
Twice.
How dare you, sir? How dare you ask me that?
Twice, and just for asking me, I'm going to spit his jizz in your mouth. Isn't it sweet?
But yeah, I'll even respond to the haters because you know what I've learned about haters is if you respond to them nicely, calmly, maybe you're self-deprecating, they don't hate you no more.
They don't hate you in the first place.
They're like,
they just
shit,
want
I can't fucking
attention.
rip on them. Right.
They want attention. You know what I do to haters? I blow their ass up. Like, I will make them feel like shit. And then afterward, give them a nice Twitter handshake like, yo, good sparring with you. Because assholes like you really prepare me for when I'm on stage and I get an asshole in the audience and I need to just shut his ass down real fast.
Dude, I read a shitty fucking column in the Chicago Tribune where they were talking about how hecklers are good for comedy.
Fuck
It's
no.
horseshit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hecklers are only scared people that want to be funny, that think they're funny, that's too scared to get on stage, and they sit in the audience and they get drunk, and then they feel like, oh, I'm funny now.
Yep.
You're the funniest guy on your block. Shut the fuck up and learn. If you could get on the stage and make people laugh consistently for 45 minutes to an hour, then you're a stand-up. And people come to see you, and you can literally make them laugh and applaud.
Yep.
And appreciate what you have to say. It's not about hecklers. Dude, the show's not about you.
I agree.
This is not an improv show.
I can't believe the Tribune wrote this.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm like, seriously, a professional wrote this?
But it will make you better.
Yeah.
I feel like everything will make you better. You know, I think, look.
Adversity always helps you.
When America went to war in Vietnam, and yeah, we lost the war, but fighting a war like that with people hiding in trees and spitting blow darts and they never fought a fucking guerrilla war like that. But now they know, you know what? After that, we're going to send drones in. Yeah. We're not going to go fight in the city. We're going to get some fucking infrared cameras, and we're going to send fucking drones in, and we're going to fucking kill that way. They got smarter. All it does is when you meet hecklers or any kind of obstacle, it makes you better if you sit back and assess it. So I'm happy for them. I'm not mad.
As someone who does something similar and from the outside looking in, how much did you like Tropic Thunder?
You know,
do you watch it I would have done this differently or that?
Yeah.
You do?
I see opportunity for such big jokes here, and you might have missed one here and there. I like Tom Cruise. I thought his character was
great.
Funny.
Yeah.
And I love Robert Downey Jr.
I thought McConaughey was funny in it, too.
McConaughey was good, too. Yeah. McConaughey was good.
Right.
But my favorite was Robert Downey Jr. in that movie.
It was incredible.
Him playing the black guy, and just the way he played him was real.
Who gets nominated for an Oscar for that kind of role? That's how good he is.
I got nominated for 17 Razzies when I did White Chicks. God bless Robert Downey Jr.
Would you show up and accept a Razzie if they gave you one?
Fuck yeah, I'd host a Razzie.
Yeah, I would too.
Dude, I've been trying to I want to Dick Clark the Razzie.
Fuck the haters.
I want to Dick Clark the Razzies. I want to do Wayans Brothers present the fucking Razzies every year on Comedy Central. I'm serious.
You'd be good at it.
I'm going to do it.
You should.
I'm going to fucking go reach out this year.
I shouldn't say this out loud, considering I'm trying to get a career here, but I vote on the Razzies.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm a voter.
I'm tired.
I've never voted for you.
I'm the Susan Lucci. I'm the Susan Lucci of fucking Razzies.
You're good at it.
I keep getting nominated, but I can't
win.
fucking win.
No.
But I don't give a fuck.
Do you ever look at the list of Razzie nominations and go, hit movie, hit movie, hit movie, hit movie, biggest bomb of the year, hit movie, hit movie, hit movie, and you're like, what do we hate?
Some people I go, you know what? They deserve.
Sure.
Halle Berry and Catwoman, it was a shit movie.
Yeah,
but you know, she was
and
awesome.
Halle knows
but she was awesome in Monsters Ball. Mm-hmm. There's some people you go, she or he, definitely. But then sometimes you go, nah, that's bullshit. Like one year they nominated Sandra Bullock, and I'm just going, no.
Like Stallone gets nominated way too much.
It's way too much.
Dude, you're just hurting.
We all know he's not. Look, he's Stallone.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be great. He's fucking Stallone. The
right.
fact that he's Stallone, he's been Stallone for 60 fucking years.
Yeah.
Never nominate him for a Razzie. Schwarzenegger, never. Yeah, you give him a Razzie for being the governor of Sacramento. He was fucking terrible. He was fucking terrible governor of fucking of California. Terrible.
My favorite thing about Stallone is that bit Eddie Murphy used to do.
Which one?
Was it in Delirious?
When they went to the Stallone movie.
Yeah.
The Italian guy.
Guy.
Molly.
Yeah, right.
Fucking Molly over here. Yeah.
That's my favorite bit.
I've seen him in last night. It was Stallone and Schwarzenegger on the Golden Globe.
Oh, you watch that stuff?
It looked like HGH and steroids.
I heard Stallone's face was like melting.
It was. It's like
it was
barely
like
sticking on it. Like for real. It's fucking crazy.
You watched the Globes then? And
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Do you enjoy them or what? Or do you sit there and kind of like Mystery Science Theater it?
It wasn't that fun this year. No. I missed having. I think Ricky Gervais was a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like hanging out with a drunk guy in an Irish pub.
That's what I want.
But that's what's funny, you know. I thought Tina Fey and what's her name?
Polar.
Yeah, they did a good job. It was cute.
Yeah.
But
cute, right.
They were nice and they were sweet.
It was 180 from Gervais.
Yeah, Gervais is like, I'm gonna talk.
I can't believe they gave him the role 2 years in a row.
you know what? He's fucking funny.
And he didn't give a shit
I hope
either.
they bring him back because it's fun when you don't give a fuck. Because the audience at home,
I agree.
The people in the room, they're a little more sensitive, but the audience at home, they don't give a fuck. And so they like having somebody that just don't give a fuck. And Gervais don't give a shit.
We're doing this pilot right now, which is kind of like the base of it's kind of like Dinner for Five, what Favreau used to do. But Carnahan and I were blowing it up, and like. You know, people like working on it are like, all right, are you ready? Do you know how you're going to act on this thing? I go, I'm not going to act.
No,
I just don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm just going to be.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? If people don't accept me like this, they ain't going to accept my acting either.
Fuck them. Exactly.
Right.
This is me. At the end of the day, the purest form of acting is getting to you. So if you start out going, fuck you, fuck you, I'm going to be me. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't want to be liked. I want to be loved for what I do, which is not give a fuck about being hated.
Dude, and you make people laugh. Are we going to – so you're saying – it's not like you're not going to get back together with the Wayans. By the way, in Living Color, like there was supposed to be a relaunch. I know it's not happening, but that would be a great show to be on again. I don't know why they're not.
You know, I probably wouldn't do a Living Color.
You wouldn't?
I would start.
Well, not you wouldn't be on it, but would you?
I think
start a new series.
Start a new series.
Because in Living
Color is what it is, and it was what it was. It's kind of like trying to reincarnate somebody, and you always. It's like. It's never
the only thing I was
same.
thinking today, like the Fly Girls, the clothing, the sketches. In Living Color encapsulated the 90s.
Yeah.
But it encapsulated the 90s.
Yeah.
So you would have to do a totally different thing.
Totally different. And you bring...
And you'd have to go somewhere with money, so not Comedy Central.
You know what? Comedy Central, even though it doesn't have money...
Yeah, right.
Over time, they find money.
That's
if
true.
You're successful.
If you're Dave Chappelle.
If you're Dave Chappelle, look, the guys at South Park are not mad right now.
Yeah, no, I think they're okay.
So you just go in there and you rock it and you just prove to them that
they're opening a movie studio today, I heard.
Really? Good for them.
That's why I heard they're doing their own company.
Good.
Is that someone you'd love to work with, like Trey Parker and Matt Stone? Because they're dope.
I think
they're great.
Collaborate with those guys would fucking be awesome.
Dude, remember Basketball got the worst reviews? I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't see Basketball.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
I'm going to go watch Basketball.
It's like, who
tonight.
Gives a fuck? It's funny.
Right.
Like, you just don't get it.
Right.
Critics just want to hate, man.
Critics need to smoke a blunt, shut the fuck up.
Yep.
That's what they, like, for real. They need to become an audience member. They need to, don't come to fucking see a comedy wearing a Argyle fucking sweater and, a shirt and tie. No, put on a T-shirt, put on some goddamn jeans, put on some sneakers, get some buttery popcorn. Don't get the no butter popcorn. Get the buttery popcorn, that heart attack shit. Don't have a fucking Diet Coke. No, fuck off. Have a goddamn Sprite or the fucking juicy shit that black people drink. Some fruit punch. And have some fucking goobers and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Don't overthink this shit.
It's the first time I got popcorn in a movie in like a year. I go, this is the perfect popcorn movie. I'm eating the popcorn. I go, I never get popcorn. I go, this is what this shit's for. This is a popcorn movie.
It is.
I got to tell you, man, I'm so grateful that you did this. I do want to ask you the last thing about is, because I didn't know her name. I forgot. I looked at the credits. And I forgot.
Seconds?
No. I know Essence. She's great in it,
She was great. And she only had 3 weeks. After she had a baby, 3 to 4 weeks before we started filming.
Phenomenal.
Her tits was crazy.
But by the way, one of my favorite bits in the movie is when the first night, when she comes out of the bathroom, she's like, I'm getting ready for you. I'm like, That's
real life. That's why I put that shit in there. Yeah.
And then I love the bit you do after. I don't want to ruin it, but it's fucking funny.
Thank you, bro.
Fucking good.
Thank you.
But the Hispanic-made stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
But especially the way the movie opens.
Her name is Maria.
Oh, no. You're going to feel so bad.
No. Hold up 1 second. Marlene, and then Marlene, I got to get a last name. I got to definitely get a last name.
Marlene was fantastic. Okay, and in other news.
Marlene.
But I'll explain for our listeners why you're taking a sip of that water there. Listen, there's these scenes in this movie where Marlon's character has an Hispanic housekeeper. And she is so dope. It's so funny in it. So fucking funny. It's just good. I just don't want to ruin all the shit in it, though, because it's funny.
No, because
it's funny.
I'm really going to find, Marlene. Okay, what's her name? Marlene Forte. God,
Marlene Forte.
All right, damn.
Sister of Matt Forte.
Okay, that's hilarious. But she was really funny. She was game.
She was
game. Because
she was funny.
When we had her doing the shit with the drugs and then the banging.
By the way, if you need another reason to go see it, tits galore. Not just Marlon's ass, okay? Marlon threw some tits in there too, just to make sure.
She smacked the girl who's played by Leanda Mendoza. That's the tits.
At the end of the scene where she's like, and then
and then shoots her. Yeah. But we just went for the fucking joke. Like there's at least 20 big laughs in the movie.
There is. There's a lot of big laughs.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not something to overthink. It's just something to go fucking do. In essence, to her credit, dragged her around the house, breast milk every fucking air. And she fucking just rocked the movie.
By the way, you know what was so in living color, Don't Be a Menace about this movie is it was one storyline in general.
Yes.
And that's the Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric in this movie is a character out of In Living Color or out of, like, you think he's going to do the same thing Jimmy Woods did for you guys with Scary Movie.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
He's the black perspective. And that's what's funny.
Dude, it was so dope.
It's that black perspective.
It's like he
that's
just got out of
truthful.
Oz.
Yes. And he's just like, he might just raped some dude right before he came to the door. And now he's just like, the ghost rape.
I can't believe that's never been done before. Well, the ghost rape's never been done before. Yes, there is ghost raping in this movie. But I can't believe this Cedric character's never been done before. I'm thinking there, I go, because this is too fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, the Cedric character was too fucking good, where I'm sitting there going, this has been done before.
Never.
This is
Never.
And I couldn't think of it, man.
Never. Him smoking the weed while he's doing the.
How has that never been done before? How's that been sitting there for 80 years, just waiting for you to pick it off and be like?
I think everybody else is just like, wait,
too scared.
He's a man of God.
Right? It's like,
you can't make him smoke weed and do coke and do an exorcism.
I like when she shows the cuts. Dude, I can talk about some funny shit in this movie. This movie's funny.
Thank you, bro.
Funny.
Thank you, man.
I ain't a critic, but I loved it. So
you know what?
that?
You are a critic.
But I go to the critic screenings.
You're an audience, and the audience, and you're truthful and you're honest with shit. You probably go, I ain't like it that much, and I'd be like, look, I did a Rosenberg show in Rosenberg and Cypress Sound.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, the trailer looks like shit. I was like, okay, well. See the movie. I gave him $100 and was like, go see the movie. I'll buy you popcorn. I'll treat you and a girl and a couple of friends. Go see the movie. And I want you to call me back afterward. If you hate the movie, keep the $100. If you love the movie, all I want you to do is apologize, give me $100 back, and $14 for your ticket. And that's fucking it. That's all.
And do you like it?
I don't know.
You haven't heard
I gotta call this fucker.
You know why he's avoiding you?
He's trying to keep the $100.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the $100.
He's like, fuck. I gotta give this $100 back.
I need to come up with some bullshit. He's out of the country.
That's hilarious.
Marlon, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me, bro.
And by the way, you're just as great as Carnahan said you'd be.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. You two need to work together. That's what needs to happen.
You know what?
Joe.
One day we'll all three do some shit.
Yeah, well, we have those opportunities.
Let's do it.
Just waiting.
Well, bring me on.
Thank you so much, brother. And
thank you.
We will hopefully have you on anytime you want, man.
Shake hands.
Anytime you want.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both.